Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Go ahead and refresh your screen. I'm going to tell people in the chat. Refresh your screen. Okay, so we are just getting started. So everyone that is here, please go ahead and log into the chat. This is why I strongly suggest that you join the training using your desktop or laptop so that you can easily participate in the chat instead of on your mobile device. So if you're here, please go ahead and log into the chat. It's below this screen. And please go ahead and introduce yourself. So for those who are already here, please refresh your screen. Let me know if you can see and hear me before we start sharing the content. Let's see. See. Okay, great. All right. So let's see who we have in the house already. So we have Jerion. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Ray and Antonia. I hope I'm saying your name right. Tiffany, Lexi, Daja or Deja. Kendra. We have Zia. Hi, Zia. Hey, girl. Okay, great. We have Kendra. We have Ty. Ground floor events. Oh, Garen. Okay, hi, Garen. We have Desiree. We have the lady in 24. Hi. Oh, my name is India. Okay, great. Cool, 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 cool. So you can see and hear me. That is good. Good, good, good. Good to go. We have Ty, Shantae. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I suck at pronouncing names, so please don't take any offense to it. All right. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay. So, hi, Erin. Hi. Okay. So, this training will be about 60 minutes long. It will not be long. I'm not trying to hold you hostage. I know some of you are trying to watch Scandal that comes on after Grey's Anatomy. So, thank you for being here nonetheless. So, I'm just going to talk to you about how I made $10,000 in a month in my consulting business while I'm traveling the world. So I hope you don't hear any background noise because I'm actually still in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, and I am in the very tourist area. And right across the street from my apartment is where all the parties and the bars and all of that is happening. So if you hear any background noise, if you hear people partying, I do apologize in advance. It's just the area that I'm in, but this is a part of what it's like working and traveling. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to jump right into the training. Okay, so let me know if you can see the first slide. I actually need to make this a little bigger. Not that big. Trying to figure out, okay, I'm just gonna have to leave it like that. Please say a yes in the comments if you can see my first slide on how I made $10,000 in 1 month from my consulting business while traveling the world. Presented by me, Melody Thomas of Black Digital Nomad. Yes, okay, great. So you can see it. Cool, cool, cool. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. We're just gonna go right into it. So, again, I am Melody Thomas, and I am the founder of Black Digital Nomad. I am a world traveler, an international speaker, a writer / blogger, a digital nomad, which is obvious, a business leader, and I like to call myself a Facebook ad ninja. So I'm going to get into that throughout the training. And I help Black men and women create and scale profitable coaching and consulting online businesses so they can quit their job and work from anywhere in the world. So that's pretty much what I do. That's my mission for this business. And again, thank you for taking the time out of your evening or afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and joining me. Okay, great. We have more people coming in. That's awesome. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping. Before we start, please go ahead and turn off your notifications. This is why I strongly suggested that you did not watch this on your mobile device. So if you are listening to the sound of my voice as I say this, and you are watching this on a mobile device, if by chance you can move to a desktop or a laptop, please do so now. Of course, there will be a replay of this training, but I really want you to get the full experience by joining me via a computer. So please go ahead and turn your phone facing down, put it on silent. And I want you to treat this 1 hour masterclass as if you paid $10,000 for it. So if you pay $10,000 for a 1 hour class, you're going to take it pretty damn serious. I would like to bet that you would. So again, you are in the right place if the following: you want to build and scale a profitable online coaching or consulting business. You are all over the place in your marketing and services. You are fed up with not being paid what you are worth, and you keep attracting clients who want to flea market their way into working with you. You know what I mean when I say that. You are struggling with attracting high-paying clients consistently. So you may have a good month 1 month, and then your next few months may suck. You want to quit your job and work from anywhere in the world, and you are ready and willing to do the work that it takes to build a profitable business. So I just want to make this clear that the information I'm sharing in this training, this is not some get rich quick business method, no multi-level marketing business, is no quick get rich business scheme. This is none of that. This is me sharing my experience in the last 4.5, I really should say 5 years, of what it takes to build a profitable business so that I was able to quit my job and now work from anywhere in the world or be able to travel and still work. So let me know if you are in the right place. Put a number 1 or a yes in the chat box. Can you refocus? It is blurry. I don't know if I can refocus it. But as long as you're able to see it, I made the content on the slides really big. So as long as you're able to see it, hopefully everyone else doesn't have an issue if it's blurry. Okay, great. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Showing fine on my screen. Okay, great. I'm just going to move along. Okay. So if you stay until the end, you'll get access to the webinar slides and a live Q&A to answer your burning questions. So again, if you stay till the end, what will happen, and this is for those of you who are joining me now, what will happen is I will ask you to go ahead and put your email address. Well, no, not now, but I will ask you to put your email address in the chat box once the webinar is officially over. Or should you remember to do that, go ahead and put your email address in the chat box, and I will email you personally a copy of this webinar slides, and we will have a live question and answer session where you can ask me any question that you want around building a business, even if it's something related to something that you're doing. I just ask that you keep the question limited to one question and not a one question that's loaded that could possibly be answered in 3 or 4 parts. So again, I'm doing a live Q&A, and if you stay to the end, that is what will happen at the end. Okay, sounds good. Okay. All right, moving along. Here is what you will learn. How to serve one niche or niche, however you want to pronounce it. So how to identify your niche or your niche and speak to their pain point without being all over the place. My client attraction system, how to create a simple automated system to attract high-paying consulting or coaching clients into your business daily. How to claim your authority to position yourself as the go-to consultant or coach by specializing in one thing instead of being the Jack and Jill of all trades. So some of you are Jack and Jills on here, and we're going to talk about that in this training. And my favorite, how to get paid, hashtag get paid, how to raise your price without charging by the hour and feeling like no one is going to pay you that. I'm here to tell you now, it's a lie. All right, so my story, where did I begin? So 5 years ago, I was stuck in a dead-end job. And from the outside looking in, it was one of those, quote unquote, good jobs. I was working for the state, and I was actually working for a technical college, and I was hired as the web developer. And but it was a dead-end job in terms of I couldn't move up. There wasn't really much that I could do except for my daily job duties. And, as an ambitious Black millennial professional, that for me was not enough. Now, granted, I was grateful when I had the offer, but after being there for a while, I was like, okay, it's time to go. So I was struggling to leave the job. I was actually trying to apply, I did apply for at least 20 jobs a week. So for those of you who have, been in the job market, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. So I was applying for at least 20 jobs a week, and I was interviewing at least twice a week. So literally I would have at least, and I mean at least, 2 interviews per week. And that could be either in person or over the phone. So I finally got 2 interviews with Google. So for those of you who work in tech, you know that getting an interview with Google is like, damn near impossible. So the fact that I got 2 was a big, it was a really big deal for me at the time. But I was rejected for the job. And, being, at the time, that was like, oh my God, working for Google would be amazing. But I was rejected for the job. And I remember actually crying because I got that rejection. I laugh about it now, but back then I was hurt. I was heartbroken. But then a light bulb moment came, and I realized, wait a minute. No, I did not get the job. However, if I was good enough to be even considered for 2 jobs at is the largest tech company, arguably in the world, I'm good enough to run my own business. So, having said that, I decided to relaunch what was then my web design business, and it was my web design and consulting business. So when I relaunched it, I actually I invested in a course that pretty much showed me how to get my business off the ground. And then I invested into a high-level coach. So I decided to hire a business mentor, a business coach. And that investment, was at the time, it was $7,000. So, I don't regret it. It was, if I could do it again, I would. But being that I, already was not making money in my business, I was subtracting from my regular paycheck and my daily expenses to make it work. And of course, that was a payment plan. That wasn't $7,000 paid in full. So while I was working with this business mentor and investing in these other programs, I struggled to attract clients. I would attract the clients that only wanted to pay me $500 for a full service website. um, there were some clients that would say, oh, well, maybe we can just hire you for the exposure. And I'm like, no. And being that I was making that investment, something was like, okay, I'm paying my coach, this amount of money every month. I have got to make this money back. So one of the good things about investing for me is that there is this adrenaline rush that goes within you that kind of forces you to do the work to make the money back. But for a while, I did struggle. Like it was rough. Whenever I would put in a bid or a pitch, I would always, I would always be overlooked, or someone else chose me, or they chose someone else over me. So eventually I did get my feet off the ground, and I did find another full-time job that at the time was perfect. And it was perfect because they allowed for me to work from home. So once I was hired there, after my first 3-month trial period, as I like to say, probation period, they allowed for me to work from home 4 days out of the work week. So I was really ecstatic about that. I only had to come into the office once a week, and that allowed for me to travel a whole lot more. Obviously not the way that I do now, because I had to still go into work once a week, but still I was able to travel and do things that I wanted to do. And then while I had that quote unquote perfect job, my business started taking off. So I like to say, like Future says, rapper Future, for those of you who listen to rap, where he says trap back booming. Of course, I'm not selling drugs, but my side business was booming. #Zoom. So, Future has a song called Zoom. That's why I put that there. So, yeah, like I started making $10,000 in a month, first, second, third, and so on. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to be out. Like Martin says, I'm about to be out of this job. So at the time that I was building, my business on the side, keep in mind, like I'm bringing this in, my business on the side while working a full-time job. So, I was working my full-time job, and then I eventually quit. I actually quit. My last day at my job was September 29th of last year. So that was just a few months ago. And currently I am in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, while serving clients. And, I'm here right now on this webinar training. So that's just a very condensed version of my journey of how I went from being an employee to deciding to launch my business and having a level of success to the point where I'm able to quit my job. So, if that's something that you aspire to do, please put a yes or a 1 in the chat box. All right. Please put a yes or a 1 in the chat box if that is something you aspire to do. All right. We have yeses. Yes is coming in. Great, great, great. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So, yeah, it wasn't until I did these 4 main things that I saw results. So, number 1, I got clear on my target audience. I got clear on my services and prices. I positioned myself as the expert web designer. I'm not a web designer anymore, but at that time, that was the business that I had. And I created automated systems to attract clients consistently. So, if that's something you want to do, creating automated systems, again, this is something you will learn how to do in this training. So doing these 4 main things is how I was able to build my business. It wasn't quickly, but gradually. It wasn't a slow, gradual growth either. So again, once I got crystal clear, as I like to say, trap was booming. All right. So we have some new people coming in. Awesome. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to get into why you are here. The 4 steps to build a profitable coaching or consulting business. So I'm really going to walk you through, the steps of how I was able to build consistent $10,000 months in my business. So we're going to get right into the show. Step number 1, serve one audience. Now I'm going to really take my time through some of these steps because I feel like I really need to beat this into you as virtually possible as I can, because a lot of you are making these mistakes. And, again, I want you to take what you learn here and apply this into your side business or your business, right after this training. So serve one audience. As, I like to say, the riches are in the niches. So, just to give you an example of who my audience is for Black Digital Nomad. I'm Melody Thomas. So I'm basically stating my what I do statement. And I'm Melody Thomas, and I help Black men and women create and scale profitable coaching and consulting businesses so they can quit their job and travel the world. So that is one audience, and I'm about to break that down. So my audience is, or was, or wants to, my audience is Black men and women. They're between the ages 25 to 60. They want to create or already establish an online service-based business. They want to quit their job, or they're already working for themselves full-time, and they want to travel the world. So this is one audience that's broken up into 5 segments. So yes, it's listed in 5 segments, but it's ultimately one target audience. So, if you have a pen or a paper, which I hope you do, think about the audience that you want to serve for your services. So for me, it's Black men and women. Obviously, with my business being Black Digital Nomad, I like to work with people who look more like me, especially with, the language that I use. But that doesn't mean that I'm excluding, other people, white people or Asian or Hispanics. That doesn't mean that I'm excluding them. It just means that this is who I am speaking to, and who else chooses to work with me, that's fine. But this is my target audience, and this is who I choose to serve. So again, you want to serve one audience. I cannot stress that enough. So again, take some notes and, really get clear on who your target audience / niche is. Okay, so is that making sense? Let me know if that makes sense. And if you're not already taking notes, please go ahead and get something, grab something, a pen and a piece of paper, and take some notes, because you're going to learn a lot. Okay, great. Cool. Making sense. Okay, I'm going to move along. Step 2, be the go-to person. Don't be the Jack and Jill of all trades. Please don't. And what I mean by that is, there are some of you who are on here, and I made this mistake too, because I am so tech savvy, and, being that I know how to build a business, there's so many different things I can do. So I can go back to web design. I can go back to graphic design. I can be a Facebook ad strategist. I can be a social media marketer. I could be a blogger. I could be a search engine optimization specialist. I can be a copywriter. I can, I can teach someone how to get an interview at Google, for God's sakes. I probably can't help you get the job, but I can at least help you get the interview. There are so many things that I can do, but that doesn't mean that I should do all of them. And I know that is true for a lot of you. So, when I talk to people, they say, oh, well, it's so much that I can do, it's so much that I'm passionate about. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad that you're a multi-passionate person. Most people are. But when it comes to building a business, you need to be known as, and I want you to write this down. You need to be known as being great, not just good, but great at one thing. And yes, I want you to pick one. So, if I can use the doctor versus the surgeon example, a general practitioner, how should I explain this? Okay, so a general practitioner, let's say they are a general practitioner for children and adults. They don't make as much money as a brain surgeon or a cardiologist, or a cardiologist that does heart surgery. They don't make as much, as a surgeon or someone that actually specializes in something. So, by saying that, I hope that gets your wheels turning. That okay, that makes a lot of sense. So, yes, I'm sure most of you have a family doctor that you go to, but you probably have a specialist that you go to. For example, you may have a cardiologist. For my ladies, you may have a gynecologist. You have, someone that you go to for a solution or for an annual checkup. Either way, that person is your quote unquote go-to. So I have some examples here. I'm a great web designer. These are things that that if you are one of these things or whatever you choose to do, hey, what you do and who you are to other people. So for example, I'm a great web designer. That's what I used to say when I was a web designer. I'm an excellent career coach. I'm a beast at Facebook ads. I'm great at Instagram marketing. I'm the best in the game at copywriting. So, these are things that people like to hear when you are the go-to person. And that's why it's good that you choose one thing. So, here's another, quick example. There's a lot of, digital media agencies out there. And of course, I had my own freelance design business. So I was guilty of this too. But, it's a lot of digital agencies out there that they offer so many different services that it's hard for the client to decide whether or not they want to work with them. And, or they may pick and choose what they want to work with. And therefore the agency don't really get compensated for what they wanted. Again, if you were to specialize in just one thing in your agency, like if you're an agency that specializes in websites, or if you're an agency that specializes in social media marketing, like that's what you would be known as. So again, being great at one thing is how you become the go-to coach and consultant. So I hope I'm making sense. Please let me know if I'm making sense. I don't like talking to myself. Does this make sense for you? Yes or no? And if you have any questions, again, please hold them to the end because there will be a live Q&A. Okay, cool. I will move along. It makes sense to you. Great. Step 3, get paid and hashtag secure the bag. So it's a lot of people that they're saying secure the bag. But what does that really mean? I mean, of course, it can mean many different things. I like to say that Oprah, she secures the bag every day. Beyonce secures the bag. But you can secure your bag too. You don't have to be a millionaire or a billionaire in Oprah's case to secure the bag. So here is what I mean by that in terms of this webinar. So you want to charge based on the result, not by the hour. So that's another nugget you might want to write down. So it's a lot of, people that I talk to, and some of you may do this too. You are charging by the hour, and that is a big, 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 big mistake. So you should price your services, no matter what the service is, based on the result, or also known as the transformation that that client will get. So, here's an example. If I can use a career coach as an example, let's say that let's say someone on this webinar, I'm going to pick a person at random. I'm going to pick on Zia because I know Zia. So, hey girl, let's say you were a career coach and I come to you and I say, hey Zia, I hear you the best career coach in the game. And, I have this job. I don't like it. It doesn't pay what I want. It's no room for growth. And I'm ready to move up. And I know the only way to do that is to look for another job. But what I'm struggling with is I have no problem getting an interview, but I cannot for some reason seem to pass the interview or interviews with flying colors to get an offer. And if you are the career coach, Zia, you should charge me based on what the result would be in me getting another job. So let's just say, for example, and I'm gonna pick on you, of course, because I know you, but let's just say, for example, that, I have this job again and it pays me $50,000 a year, which isn't bad. I mean, that's a decent salary. But I want to work for a tech company in Silicon Valley, and I want to make at least, I want my yearly salary to be at least $100,000 a year. So I want 100% increase in my salary. And if I hire you as the career coach and I get a 100% increase in my yearly salary, and you help me get that based on your coaching and your advice, what is the result that you would charge me to get that? So Zia, I actually would like for you to type how much you would charge me. And please don't do it just because we know each other. Like, seriously, how much would you charge me if I say, hey, I want this job, let's say at Facebook, Facebook headquarters, and I want to make at least $100,000 a year. Right now I make $50,000, and I hear you the best career coach that helps people get jobs at Silicon Valley. How much would you charge me to work with me for 3 months so that we could make sure that I get that perfect job? So, while she's doing that, and I'll check the chat box in a minute. So when you charge based on the result, you want to price your services between $2,000 to $10,000. Now, there may be some of you on here that are like, who the fuck gonna pay me $10,000? You would be surprised. I hired a coach at $7,000, and I was nowhere near, I did not have $7,000 laying around. So, okay, great. So Zia said $7,500. Yeah, that's actually a really good price because, if I'm getting 100% increase on my salary and you're the best in the game, then of course I don't have a problem paying you that. So I'm glad that you said that. So yes, okay, back to the training. So if you price your services between $2,000 to $10,000, you can easily meet your income goal. Now, again, some of you are thinking, who is going to pay me $10,000 for a service? Again, it's based on the result. So I'm coming to Zia like begging on my hands and knees, saying, listen, you got to help me. You got to help me. How much are you going to charge me to help me, get an increase in my salary, a 100% increase, get a better paying job, get amazing benefits, get amazing recognition, do what I love to do for a company that I use every day ever since I was, how old? I've been on Facebook since I was 18 years old, and she's the best in the game. I have no problem paying that $7,500. And I may not have it, but I will find the money, hopefully she offer a payment plan. Hope I can find the money to pay that. So this is how I made my $10,000 in a month. So at the time when I had my web design business, I was charging clients $3,000 for my service. Eventually it increased, but at that time it was $3,000, and I got 3 clients a month. 3 clients a month is 9,000, and most times throughout that month, I would offer, you know, some kind of other small service, like $1,000 package here and there, and clients would take me up on that if they could not pay the $3,000 price. Eventually, my prices increased to $7,000 for a website, and I have gotten 2 clients in 1 month. So I actually made 14,000 in 1 month. So this is just 2 examples of how you can make your $10,000 a month. So if you have a $2,000 service and you get 5 clients in a month, that is, you know, you do the math, it's $10,000 in a month. If you have a $5,000 service and you get 2 clients in a month, that's a $10,000 month. And of course, if you offer payment plans, that will help you increase your sales. So here's the thing. You want to charge based on the result, not what people would pay or not what you think people would pay. I want to really let you know that there are over 7 billion people in this world, and there are either nearly or over 2 billion active users on Facebook. And if you use online advertising to find your clients, you can find clients who are willing to pay you this price. I can be an attestament to that. So does this make sense? Not the 10K part people would pay, though. There's money out there. We have to think in abundance. Yes. So if you're saying that you don't think people would pay 10K, I want to tell you, no, that's not true. I mean, it's people that would pay way more than that. I personally know a coach who charges, I don't want to scare anyone, but she charges $100,000 to work with her for an entire year. And she breaks her payments up into $10,000 per month. So obviously she works with multi 6-figure and 7-figure clients, but there are people who have money to pay. Like, you know, to some people, $10,000 is nothing. So, so if that's what you're saying, that's not true. Zia says staffing companies get 20% of the salary. So a coach that is giving you individual attention. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We are on the same page. Oh, you're saying you agree. Okay, good. Okay, I'm glad you agree. Sorry. Toby says, especially after focusing on your craft. Yes, 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 yes. So if you're confident in what you're selling, then yes, you can make your $10,000. Erin says, I'm trying to get to that point. Oh yeah, 10K, nothing. Yes, I would love for you to get to that point. Shana, but how do you charge for results? Okay, Shauna, hold your question until the end, because I will hold a live Q&A at the very end of this training, okay? So any other questions, comments I will read, questions, hold them to the end. Okay, sounds good? All right, moving along. All right, my step 4 is my client attraction system. So this is just one of the systems that I've used. And I'm using a part of it right now, you know, but I'm just going to go over it, you know, on what it is. So my client attraction system is can be broken up into 5 steps. So the first one is obviously the Facebook, Instagram ad to automatically attract clients. Now, there is a science to that. You can't just put up a Facebook ad and expect people to come. There is a science, or also known as a strategy, to it. So, and then you want to target your ideal clients on Facebook, again, a strategy. And you should promote a free webinar. Now, excuse me, there are some, you know, other consultants or coaches that where you may see other similar trainings like this. They say, oh, you need a lead magnet. Let me tell you something about a lead magnet. Your lead magnet should be a webinar, not just a free guide or a worksheet or just something that, you know, oh yeah, it gives value. But here's the truth. people aren't really digesting that information anymore. The best and the fastest way to build a relationship with your ideal clients is through a webinar. So, I call this a masterclass. I like to make it fancy like Oprah. When she has her Super Soul Sundays masterclass, I'm calling this a masterclass because hell, this is a masterclass. You're getting amazing, amazing information. But this is what this really is called. The technical term for it is a webinar. And I recommend that you host a webinar and promote it for free using Facebook ads to attract your ideal clients. Then at the end of the webinar, you make an offer to schedule a free call with you. So again, inviting them to get on a free one-on-one call with you. And then you offer the prospect a chance to work with you. So this is just a 4-step, image that I have. I should have put arrows in between, but if you're reading it from left to right, you get what I'm saying. So you have the FB/IG ad, which means Facebook and Instagram ad. You have the landing page, the webinar, and then the phone call. So that is my 4-step client attraction system that I like to use and that I highly recommend that you do use. So again, if this is something that you are interested in learning more about, just stay on and I'll give you some information on that. But yes, so for those of you who signed up for this training, you saw this because of an Instagram or a Facebook ad. So most of you came in from Facebook, and I know that because I saw the numbers. And, just to let you know, you're here because I want you to be. I did not target you haphazardly. You are here watching this very training because I want you to be here. So if you have that in your mind that, damn, I can target whoever I want, I can target the people that I want to work with using Facebook ads and a strategy. I can get clients in consistently. And of course, you have to know how to close a sale and you have to know how to set up a webinar and all of that. But once you know how to do that, once you have those tools and those resources and those strategies, you can get clients left and right. No, not kidding you. Get clients left and right. And I'm snapping my fingers to really put emphasis on that. So have any of you ever ran Facebook or Instagram ads? So again, hold your questions to the end if you have questions about it. But just let me know, have you ever ran Facebook and Instagram ads? Did you have any successes in it or failures? Did you feel like it was like, what the hell is this? I'm just not even going to try it. Let me know. Let me know in the chat box. Okay, so we have no's. No, I have never. Okay, 1 yes. Okay, so you have random. Not yet. Ah, you had a success. Okay, great. No, but I heard they are affordable. Yes, they are. No, but I would like to. Not as of yet. Yes, not yet. Not yet. Yes. Okay. Oh, so you have random. Okay, cool. Cool. So we have more no's than yeses, but we do have some people who have tried it. So that's good. Toby says Instagram only, but I need to find my strategy, like you said, to get better results. Yes. So, for people who say, oh, Facebook and Instagram ads don't work. No, you just don't know how to work them. That's really all it is. You can easily throw money down the drain if you don't know what you're doing. But, if you know what you're doing, you can get amazing, amazing results. Okay, moving along. So at this point, you have a clear idea on, I'm just going to do a quick recap. You have a clear idea on how to identify your one target audience, how to be the go-to coach or consultant and specialize in one service, how to price your services based on the result, not by the hour, and how to create an automated client attraction system to bring leads into your business daily. So once you set up your client attraction system, that's something that you can do repeatedly. So, if I am happy with, how this webinar is converted, which I already am because of how I converted on Facebook ads, I can turn this into an evergreen webinar. And what that means is I can let this run on autopilot and just let it run and just let it run and just let it run. And I could be on the beach right here in Playa del Carmen while I have people signed up watching my automated webinar. And that is something that you can actually do. That, you know, this isn't, you know, just fluff talk. This is something that this is a system that you can really implement into your business. So, does this make sense? Let me know if it makes sense. So we have more no's of people who've never ran them, but we have a few who have. So I'm happy to hear that. So let me know if this makes sense. Okay, great. Robin says it sure does. Makes sense. Okay, great. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. All right, cool. So moving along. So it took me nearly 5 years to create a profitable consulting business so I can quit my job and travel the world. So it took me 5 years to get here, but I created a shortcut. Introducing Freedom-Based Business Bootcamp, a 6-week live course that will show you how to create or scale a profitable coaching or consulting business. This bootcamp begins Tuesday, February 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So this masterclass started at 8. The first day of training will be on a Tuesday, February 20th at 7 p.m., not 8. And of course, this will be a live 6-week course. And this is what is included. Week 1, what you do and who you serve. So you're going to get clear on the one service you are great at and who your ideal clients are in that 1 week. That's valued at $497. Week 2, how to package your services, raise your price, and hashtag secure the bag. That's valued at $997. And, you know, you will learn how to raise your price by charging at least $2,000 for your services. I don't want you charging no less than that. If you're trying to charge less than that, this is not for you. I'm gonna tell you right now. So you want to charge at least $2,000 for your services and overcome fears and client objections so you can charge more. Week 3, create a free webinar like the one you're watching right now that will attract high-paying clients. That is also valued at $997. So I will show you step-by-step how to create a webinar, the structure using webinar templates, and how to present it. Week 4, sell, sell, sell. That's valued at $1,997. And I'm going to teach you how to close the sales over the phone and get clients to say yes. So you will learn how to overcome those objections like, oh, I need to talk to my husband. I need to talk to my business partner. I might be able to do it next year, not this year. You will learn how to overcome those client objections and get the client to say yes. You will also know how to realize when the client just may not be a good fit right now or at all. That can happen too. Week 5, client attraction system valued at $497. So in week 5, I'm going to show you step-by-step training on Facebook and Instagram ads to promote your webinar, including the image, ad copy, landing page, list building, and email marketing, and how to determine if the ads are performing well. So you're going to get a full house training on Facebook ads. No stone will be left unturned at all. And this is what I am good at. No. I'm great at this. So again, you're watching this because I want you to be here. I want you to show you how you can replicate that for your own business. Week 6, my bonus work from anywhere training, which is valued as priceless. Apologize for that. Bonus training on tools needed to work from anywhere in the world. And we will also have a closeout closeout call that week as well. Bonus, bonus, bonus. You will have lifetime access to the training replays, which is priceless. We will be in an active Facebook group, also priceless. And we will have 2 live 60-minute group Q&A calls valued at $1,997. So yes, we will have 2 live group Q&A calls during that 6-week time frame, and you can ask me any question that you want under the sun, and I will answer them right on the call and give you laser coaching. All of this is the value. All of this is valued at $6,982. That's the value. The regular investment is $1,997 for this 6-week boot camp, but you're not going to pay that. I think I can do better than that. Don't you? That's the regular investment. Yours today for one payment of $997 or 6 payments of $197. So if you go to freedombasedbusinessbootcamp.com, and I know that is a long URL, but it was available, so I bought it. If you go to freedombasedbusinessbootcamp.com, and I'm actually going to copy and paste the link into chat. You can sign up for this so that you don't have to type it. So I've copied and pasted the link into the chat. And if you go to freedombasedbusinessbootcamp.com, I know it's a long URL, but it works. You can pay in full today for $997 or make 6 payments of $197. So we have a fast action bonus. Fast action bonus. I made this so juicy. You are probably rushing to sign up right now. So fast action bonus is my popular Facebook and Instagram ad training. You will get that immediately. So as soon as you sign up, I will welcome you, and I will send you a private link of the Facebook and Instagram ad training so you can get started with your Facebook ads immediately. That way you don't have to wait until week 5. You can get started now. We will also have a mindset masterclass on how to uplevel your mindset and attract more money into your life. That is also priceless. And we will have a training on the system I use to grow my Instagram following to over 6,000 followers in less than 6 months without using Facebook ads. So what you will get immediately after you sign up is the Facebook and Instagram ad training. And for those of you who sign up within the next 24 hours, so what that means is if you sign up by tomorrow, which is Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, no, I'll be nice. I'll extend it to 12 a.m. Eastern. Well, yeah. If you sign up by then, I will give you your fast action bonus. So these are the 3 other bonuses that you will get. And again, my Facebook and Instagram ad training, you will get immediately. That is valued at $497. The Mindset Masterclass is priceless because you should always work on your mindset. And the system I use to grow my Instagram following to over 6,000 followers in less than 6 months without using Facebook ads, that is valued at $47. So we also have a pay in full bonus. So here's what happens if you pay in full. If you pay in full, you would get a 60-minute one-on-one call with me to help you get clear on your niche, services, prices, and a review of your webinar. That should have said website. I apologize for that. Your website / social media pages. That call is valued at $1,997. So if you pay in full, you would get a private one-on-one call with me, so I can help you get clear on, again, your niche, services, prices, and a review of your website and or social media pages. That brings your total value to $9,500. $523. So that is the total value, including the pay in full bonus. But again, if you sign up today, and if you sign up within the next 24 hours, you will get those fast action bonuses. And if you pay in full, you will pay $997. And that'll also save you 15%. Or you can make your first payment of $997 and then make 5 more monthly payments of $997. And that will be processed in 30-day increments. So again, go to freedombasedbusinessbootcamp.com. I have also copied and pasted the link in the chat box. So you can go to the checkout page and go ahead and make a purchase. And here's what I've been able to do. I talked about what I've been able to do for myself, but you probably want to know, okay, that's great, Melody, that you've been able to do that for you, but what have you been able to do for other people? I'm glad you asked if you're thinking that. So here's what I've done for past clients using the client attraction automated system and using my coaching and the advice that they got. So Dr. Ruby Thomas, she is a nutritionist, and she says, before working with Melody, I was doing Facebook ads myself and wasn't getting a lot of results. I was experiencing a big drought in getting people on the phone, and I wasn't sure where to go next to get clients. Melody made an effort to understand my business and what I wanted to do with Facebook ads. After a week of working together, I got booked with 6 strategy sessions from potential clients. So Dr. Ruby Thomas, she went from, not having anyone on the phone to getting 6 people on the phone. Shauna Murray Brown is a life coach and a therapist, and she says, with her coaching, her as in me, with her coaching and no nonsense personality, I now have a sales funnel that sends women running to my door. So how many of you would love to have people running to your door? Sometimes I wake up and boom, new money. My clients not only feel connected to who I am and what I offer, they have no problem investing in my services and products. Basically, if you're passionate about what you do and want your clients to come to you, hire Melody. She will give you a real reason to dance. I love that. Thank you, Shauna. I appreciate you saying that. And Donna is a success coach for women veterans. She says, Melody created my sales funnel and I got my first paying client who paid $2,000 on the spot. So we were really excited about that. When I set up Donna's sales funnel using Facebook ads, also called the client attraction system, within 10 days of setting up the funnel, her first client paid her $2,000 on the spot. So again, you can go to freedombasedbusinessbootcamp.com. Again, I copied and pasted the link into the chat box, and you can pay in full and save 15%, or you can make your first payment of $197. And I also decided for the first time ever to offer a 30-day money back guarantee. So if for whatever reason you decide that you are not happy with the course, all you have to do is prove to me that you showed up for the trainings and you completed the assignments, and I will refund 100% of your money within the 30-day time frame of your purchase. So again, go to freedombasedbusinessbootcamp.com and complete your purchase. Complete your order, I should say. All right, so now we have our live Q&A. And if you're still here, please go ahead and put your email address in the chat box so I can send you the webinar slides. I want to honor that, I want to honor those who are still here. So please go ahead and, again, put your email address in the chat box, and I will personally email you the webinar slides. Everyone will get a copy of the replay, but you will actually get the PDF version of this webinar. So go ahead and ask your questions. I'm going to start with the question that was asked earlier. And we will spend about, Let's spend about 10 minutes on questions. We'll spend about 10 minutes. And maybe 15, depending on what the questions are. Now, if you have any questions about the course, now is the time to ask, since you have me live here with you. Of course, you can email me questions, but if you want me to answer it so you can hear the sound of my voice, go ahead and ask it now. Okay, so a lot of you are still here. I appreciate that. Cool. You really want this PDF training. Cool, cool, cool. And again, you can go to freedombasedbusinessbootcamp.com and sign up. Go back to the other slide. So the regular investment is $1,997, but if you sign up, you will save 50% off. And if you pay in full, you would pay $997, or you can make your first payment of $197. All right. So I'm going to scroll up to the other question first. So Shana Parker says, yes, but how do you charge for results when there are people who water down your market and are charging pennies compared to what they should be charging? I'm a freelance designer / developer. Thanks. Great question. So, of course, you're speaking to the right person. I used to be a web designer myself. And you're right, the market is very saturated. Also, it's really saturated with a lot of DIY services who are promoting, you can build your website in a day if you want to. And, if they're hiring a web designer, they're not going to be paying nothing. They're going to be paying something. So here's what I want you to know. You shouldn't worry about being, the market being oversaturated or watered down, as you said. You should not worry about that. All you should be concerned with is how you can package your services and price them in a way that will get your audience to buy. So that's why it's so important to choose, a target audience, because you are probably a web designer, and I'm just making an assumption. You're probably a web designer to a lot of people, or to a lot of different audiences, and you're not clear on exactly who your target audience is. So, just to give you an example, when I was a web designer, my target audience were Black and brown women who were starting a business, but they were starting a business, and they wanted to hire a professional web designer. So they didn't want to, try to figure it out the first time around. And they had a good paying job. And when I say a good paying job, like they had disposable income where they were able to invest in working with a web designer. So, I was charging $3,000. That was my starting price for a website. But I gave them a generous monthly payment of $500 a month for 6 months. So, would I do that again? I probably won't. But, I just made it a no-brainer for them to say yes. I loved it when clients paid in full, or I loved it when clients pay 50% down and the other 50% 30 days later. But, for those who really wanted to work with me, but they just did not have $3,000 or $1,500 to invest, I made it a no-brainer for them to invest. So great question. Anne asked, can you talk more about the smaller services you offer for $1,000? Or is that once you are already gotten the $2,000, or can you create payment plans for? Yes. So here's the thing, Anne. I want you to make $10,000 in a month. That is my goal for you. And the purpose of this masterclass is to show you how I did it, so that you can replicate that strategy for yourself. If you're charging, you said smaller services, I'm going to start at 1,000. If you're charging $1,000 for a service, that means that you would have to try to get 10 clients a month, which will equal to 120 clients a year. Now, if your marketing is off the chain, if you have a big marketing budget, you can do that. Or if you have a team that can help you manage that, great. But if you are a sole proprietor, or if you're a team of one, that will not be feasible for you. That won't make sense for you. So you can charge your $2,000 and have them pay in full, or you can create payment plans. So maybe you want to create a payment plan of $500 per month for 4 months. If that's something that, based on your target audience, if that's something that they can do, then that's fine. As long as you get the full payment at the end of the month, great. So again, if you sign up for this 6-week boot camp, we will talk a lot more about that. Marquita asks, I'm a scientist of 10 years. Can you translate this into a freedom-based business, or will I need to totally change careers? A scientist. You know what? To be completely honest, I don't think this course is for you. Now, that's one thing about me. I'm very honest about whether or not something is for you. I don't think I can help you with you being a scientist, which is amazing because I'm really big on science. But I don't think this course is for you. So I'm not one of those people that would try to sell you a course just because. That's not who I am. So yeah. Now, if you decide to, let me put something out there. I don't know too much about science or scientists. Other than what comes out in the news. So forgive me if this sounds a little ignorant, but if you want to, be I'm gonna use the career coach example. If you want to help women become a scientist, I don't know, I'm just throwing something out there. Then, and you want to show them the steps that they should do to, the right schools they should go to, or the right training they should get. Again, this may sound a little ignorant because I don't know too much about that field, but again, that's something that I can help you with. But otherwise, I don't think this course is for you. Thank you for asking, and thank you for being interested, though. Ty asks, when you did front-end development for websites, did your clients want the ability to edit their own websites after you made them? How is business to business different for targeting potential customers? Great question. So for the first one, so what I did for all of my web design packages, and for any other web designers on this training, this is something that you can include. Yes, my clients, they did want the ability to edit their own websites, and I actually did not want to do it for them because I just didn't, once I was finished with building the website, because I had so many other clients to service, I just wanted to be, kind of done with that. And I don't mean to say it that way, but you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to be done with that project, not necessarily done with that client. So what I did was I would offer a 90-minute training on how they can update their own website. And it would actually be a private one-on-one training with the client so that they can ask their questions live on the training. So again, it's very much like the training that you are on now. And, they can ask their questions on the training and, I would record the training for them so that they can have it as a reference. So great question. How is business to business different for targeting potential customers? So again, it depends on the business. Facebook is great for targeting individuals, but, you can also target other businesses. So yes, like that is something that I can definitely show you how to do using Facebook ads. So if you've never ran Facebook ads before, you would be very surprised how you can hyper target people on Facebook. Great question. Aaron asks, can you translate into a photography career? Yes, you can. You can have a you can be a photographer and still travel the world. I think that's one of the best, if you have that skill, that's one of the best things to get into. And, let's say you are I'm just going to put something out there. You are a photographer for clients who want to elope. That's a specific niche. But you want to travel as you do it. That is something that, again, I can help you with inside of the training. And I can help you get clear on your packages for that. Again, I would, you should charge $2,000 or more for that. And, if you're targeting couples that want to, they're getting married, but they're eloping, that's something that you can do. Obviously, I'm just putting out an example, but yeah, that's an example of being specific in a niche. Shauna asks, oh no, thanks for the advice. I'm a front-end web developer, JavaScript who does design. However, I've been doing more design work. That is usually how I do my pricing, by a la carte or 50% now and after. Yes. So I don't recommend doing a la carte. And I'm saying that because I did it. But it's best to speak to the client first. And, when you say a la carte, I'm assuming that you have a storefront set up where they can go to the website. If I were to go to your website right now and I'm looking for a web designer and you have a storefront, I can just pay it and sign up, and pay your price rather, for your services. But what if I'm an asshole client? What if I'm a pain in the ass? Or what if, you put on a bigger pair of shoes than you anticipated? Meaning that what if the project that I want you to do should be more than what I paid for? That is why you should talk to your clients first on the phone. That's why you should have a conversation with them first. Because I'm here to tell you now, for those of you who are still here, for all of you, not just Shauna, but you don't want to work with everyone. You don't want to work with anyone that can just pay you $2,000 or even $10,000, because that may be the hardest $2,000 you will ever make. So I don't recommend that you have an a la carte. So if you have that, take that down now. And if you sign up for this training, I will show you step by step how to grow your web design business. I am a former web designer, so that is something that I can most definitely help you with, as well as anyone else who decides to sign up for this training. Robin says, I have 2 degrees in education. Will I be able to work with that? Yes, you can. There are so many things that you can do in education. You would be surprised. So, again, if you get clear on the kind of service that you want to offer, the niche, let's say if you want to be a consultant for higher education institutions. No, let me be a little bit more specific than that. Let's say you are a consultant for HBCUs and you want to help them increase their enrollment semester after semester, and their enrollment is dropping, they will find the money to pay that. I'm telling you, and I used to work at HBCU, so I know. Again, and I don't know what level of education you have your degrees in, but again, that's just an example of identifying your niche market and getting clear on your one service. Okay, so Ty and Marquita are conversing. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you, Marquita. Thank you. Thank you for your time as well. Deja said, so we are at the 15-minute mark. I'm going to take these last 2 questions and I'm going to conclude after that. So Deja asked, I want to start a t-shirt business. I would like to promote Black excellence, but I don't want to put myself in a box. So Deja, this training is not meant for those who want to have just a product-based business. It's really meant for those who want to have a service-based business. So if you want to promote Black excellence in a way through coaching or consulting, based on, your expertise, that is something I can help you with in this class. But as far as starting a t-shirt business, while that is something I know how to do, that's not what I recommend you sign up in this course for. Aaron says, sorry for the typo. Thank you so much for the advice. I'm interested in seeing how this could possibly work for photography, not interested in wedding industry. Okay, I was just putting an example, giving you an example, hon. So we have a few more questions coming in. Okay, yeah, we have more questions coming in. You know what? I will stay here answer your questions because I want you to be, I want you to get clear before I sign off. I don't have anything else to do. Just give me a second so I can take a sip of water. Actually, let me let y'all look at me or something. Okay. Okay. Hi. It's a little dark, but hopefully you can see me. Okay. So Chasma asks, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I have degrees in business and communications, but have 10 years experience as an executive assistant in tech. Can I work with this? Absolutely. Absolutely. Robin says, thank you. No problem. Desiree asks, I am an entertainment insurance broker looking to create a consulting business geared toward up and coming and established artists and small community businesses and families. My goal is to teach folks how to establish generational wealth using insurance as one of the several vehicles to do, as many wealthy families have over the last century or so. Not sure how to start without colliding with my current 9-to-5. So here's the thing. If you want to start this business, you have to be dedicated to do that. But if that's something you are doing right now in your 9-to-5, that may be a conflict of interest. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but if it's a conflict of interest, you might want to double check. And if it is, you can create a consulting business doing something else. So if you sign up for this course, and I'm also going to go ahead and copy and paste the link in the chat again. If you sign up for this course and you decide to create another consulting business, if it is a conflict of interest, then again, that is something I can help you with. But just make sure first it's not a conflict of interest. If it is not, just to say this really quickly, if it's not a conflict of interest, so your job right now, I'm assuming this is your 9-to-5 job, that you are an entertainment insurance broker for artists, small community businesses, and families, but you just listed 3 different target audience. So again, this is something I'm going to say once again. If you are a consultant, you want to aim for just one target audience. So pick one out of the 3 target audiences that you mentioned, and that is how you should brand yourself as being, for example, the insurance broker for families. Toby says, just this intro has been very affirming and informative. Thank you for your service. I am a creative entrepreneur building a service business around cultivating space for wellness and creative power for women and I think that means women and females of color. I'm excited to move forward with your tips. Great. If you sign up for this course, you will get a lot more tips. Bernice asks, how about a BA in Communications Media Studies and a master's in Child Advocacy and Policy? Yes, I mean, you're just telling me your degree, but you're not telling me what you want to do with it. Tell me what you want to do first. Aaron says, oh yes, my point, I was mentioning my thoughts. It was a very good example, one I wouldn't have thought of myself at all. Okay, great. No problem. You're welcome. Deja asks, will life coaching be something that I could do with the basis of this teaching? I have so many ideas. I'm not sure which one is my niche. Yes, that is something you can do. And if you sign up for this course, I would love to help you get clear on that. Okay. All right. So if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to sign off and look for the webinar slides for this training within the next, I will send it to you probably by tomorrow morning. I have to go eat. I'm just being honest. But here is a link to the boot camp. You can sign up. And if you sign up within 24 hours, you will get, we're going to switch back over really quickly. So if you sign up for the boot camp at freedombasedbusinessbootcamp.com, and your fast action bonus is you sign up by tomorrow night at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, you would get my popular Facebook and Instagram ad training immediately. My mindset masterclass on how to uplevel your mindset and attract more money into your life. And a training on the system I used to grow my Instagram following to over 6,000 followers in less than 6 months without using Facebook ads. If you pay in full, you would get a 60-minute one-on-one call with me to help you get clear on your niche, services, prices, and a review of your website. It should say website instead of webinar, and or social media pages. That is valued at $1,900. And again, the total value of everything that you're going to get is $9,523. But if you sign up today, you would only pay $997 if you pay in full and save 15%. Or you can get started with one payment of $197 and then make your payments in the next 5 months. So I hope this makes sense. Bernice says mentoring adolescents. Okay, yes. If that's something you want to do, yes, that is something I can help you with. Shayna says, thanks for the information. Looking forward to the slides. Great. And I hope to see you inside the course. So if that is all, I am going to sign off. And let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay, great. So if you are going to sign up, go to freedombasedbusinessbootcamp.com and sign up, and I would love to see you inside the course. All right. Good night, everybody.